They're gone. Wasted.
Hi, this is Double975 and today I'm bringing you a TDM gameplay. I want to talk about distractions that go on when you play. Now, on older Call of Duty, especially Black Ops 2, I was very used to playing with a lot of distractions. You've got the animals, you've got Helen, I've got so much going on in the house around me that very often I have to walk away from the screen, leave my character stood where he is for a moment and then come back. Quite often I'll cut out segments of a gameplay because I'm stood around doing nothing because I'm chatting to Helen while the game's going on around me. And in a way that's kind of inherent of just me being the age I am, having so much stuff happening, especially with all the animals that live in the house. I mean, Helen's forever got something happening in and around me involving some animal or other. So all in all, when I play, I have to be able to cope with dealing with a lot of distractions. And there's also a lot of distractions in-game because I've got friends who are talking over the mic, friends who are chatting, friends who are shouting and screaming because they get angry and agitated over the game. I've got animal noise, I've got all this going on. And it never used to bother me. And then part of that was because I never used to have to concentrate very much when playing Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. And because I played so much of it, it didn't really matter. I wasn't worried about getting gameplay. I just played and whatever, the result. I used to always be able to get enough games that were good gameplay. Here, I'm using this one because I get a good score, but mainly that's because I get wraps in that care package. Which I died when I called in, but Pokey was kind enough to defend for me. Now, all in all, I struggle more with the distractions in this game, and I think partly it's because I have to concentrate more when I play this game. In this gameplay, I'm playing at 9 at night, well, around 9:25, 9:30 at night, and Helen goes to work at that time. So I'm being left with final instructions of what to do with what animals need feeding, what animals need putting away, what times they got to be put away. There's various things she wants to tell me, which is why a lot of the time I'm sat around here at the back of the map because I go AFK for long periods of this game. So it did amaze me that I got the score I did, considering I'd gone AFK for about 5 or 6 times. And you'll notice some of these jumps between segments of edited footage are like quite long gaps where I'm away or I'm not showing you what's going on. And I leave in one segment where you can see that I'm just clearly stood behind the back of one of those silos, not moving, because I'm actually having a conversation with Helen with my headset off, not caring the world as to what's going on in game. So I'm posting this because I'm kind of surprised, considering what was going on. I actually got a reasonable score, and like I say, in part it's to do with the wraps. I also have a sentry gun that does quite well for me, but I also win a fair amount of gunfights. I do lose a few gunfights, like this one here. There we go, totally wrecked. But on the whole, I win a fair share of my gunfights, which I find I do with the M8. But like I say, it's quite difficult when your other half's talking to you, giving you instructions, and you either have to put the controller down and turn around and speak to them, or you try and play while they're talking to you, trying to concentrate on the two things at once, which is kind of rude and they get kind of annoyed with. So quite often in this gameplay, I was AFK, just stood around, not doing anything at all, and I got killed quite a few times while in that state. That's gonna happen. So I do die quite often in this gameplay, but considering how many times I was AFK and the length of time I was AFK in this gameplay, I still managed to drop a decent number of kills. Even when you take the wraps into account, I still got a decent amount of kills on my own. So I thought I'd use it as a gameplay, and I'll leave in one segment of me being AFK so you can see what I'm talking about. And it's just quite amusing that you can do quite well in this game while being distracted this much. I do have to concentrate more when I play this game than I used to have to concentrate in Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1, but that's because of the movement. And also the sound haul. Because the sound whoring is so strong in this game, I find myself listening out for footsteps and craning to hear footsteps which is probably not a good thing. I actually prefer it when it's more of a casual game. You're not worried too much about footsteps. But when they put in footsteps that are this loud in the game, you kind of find yourself listening a bit more and concentrating a bit more on the sound, which to me is never a good thing. I just kind of want a casual shooter where someone playing through speakers on their television isn't massively disadvantaged over someone with a headset. I know I do use a headset, but I would still like to see it as a more even playing field. It's one of the things I liked about Black Ops 2 was the sound hoarding wasn't that effective. As you can see, this is one of the examples I left in. So I'm now chatting to Helen about Scumpy, dealing with Scumpy while she's at work, what time I should put Scumpy away, whether I should feed him before he goes to bed, etc, etc, saying goodbye to her, that sort of thing. And that's why I'm AFK, and that's one of the reasons why this gameplay is a bit disjointed, and while there's a lot of cuts in the gameplay, it's kind of odd. I gotta say, the hives are just abusively naughty. You get so many kills if you just place them like a complete bastard, quite often out in the open. People expect them around doorways and that sort of thing, but just straight out in the open sometimes catches people out. But this is quite a long gameplay, even though I did cut it down quite a lot, so I'll leave it there. There's just one more kill to get, which I think I do get. And that is all, and thank you very much for watching. I cut out all the winner's circle rubbish this time. That's all, thanks for watching.